Okay, guess we can start. I am fucking wrecked. During like the past hour, I've like closed my eyes like about 5 times. I nearly fell asleep. So this could be a bad one. So get ready for more visual novel that is apparently good. I can't remember what happened in the last one. The last time we played this, there was a girl who was being chased by a guy. That is loud. Why are you so loud? Okay, just a second. Refresh. Refresh. Okay, everything's working. Shibuya meltdown. I'm gonna gonna die. Why is the game so fucking loud? It wasn't this loud before. Alright. There's Aki and Kano. Probably mispronounced both those names correctly. Obviously. One moment. I don't know if what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, the characters are so realistic. Okay. We're at a to be continued point here. It's a bad ending list, yeah. Wait, what? Hang on. That dude from Siren? I don't know. I really don't know. So, this says to be continued, so I have to do something in this timeline. Can you hear me okay? By the way, is the volume? I'm gonna ask you. Okay, good. Okay. You just fine. Sick. Game's a bit quiet. Okay, I'll turn them off. But how's that? Okay, let's just go to this one. Or not. Wait, did I pick the second choice? No, I didn't. Let's try going with A this time. Much better. Okay. What was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Alright, so we're gonna pick B this time. We picked A last time, and he got shot, so a bad thing happened. Kuze's instructions had been clear. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. Okay, it's loud, okay. That should be better. Okay. It's better now. I'm trying not to let it go to the red. Okay, there. Okay. He broke off his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction the foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face, but if Kuze ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The prep was someone else's problem now. Gano headed back to the Scramble and took up his post again. This is gonna be a fucking mess. Right. Hitomi was still standing at the handoff point, staring worriedly in the direction that the suspect had fled. 428, to have sexual intercourse with. Synonym for fuck. That's good to know. Video games. Video games? Video games. No doubt she was wondering why, all of a sudden, the police had decided to let this guy go. Kano jogged over to Hitomi, but before he could reassure her... I can't do that. No, that's not allowed. Not stepping the line. Not stepping the line. A sudden blow from behind sent him sprawling to the ground. Kano's mind flooded with rage as he scrambled back to his feet, scrabbled even. What the hell? He spun around to find himself grappled by a belligerent young man. What the hell's your problem? Kano snapped. What the hell is your problem? The stranger shot back. Let go of me! You let go of me first! Belligerent. Belligerent, I said that. Not the other one. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal! Don't you call me pal, man. Don't call me man, pal. Everyone was watching. The crowd had begun to stare. Not good! Here he was, causing a scene in public, blowing his cover in the middle of an important case. This was neither the time nor place for some dumb, random quarrel. Even as he came to his senses, Kano felt the strength ebb from the stranger's grip. He pushed the man away and quickly turned back towards Hitomi. The game developers began to circle around you. She was gone. He scanned the area for any sign of her, but she had vanished without a trace. Kuze's mobile command center had also disappeared. What did I miss? The blood drained from Kano's face. The investigation had left him utterly behind. There wasn't even any signal on his radio. They must have switched frequencies while he was caught up in the tussle. Kano turned back to confront the troublemaker. He was gone too. Nice wig. Yeah, they put the... I can't remember the name of the dog now. The dog statue. Kano spun on his heel, searching, but the young man was nowhere in sight. The attaché case, Hitomi, the troublemaker, he'd lost all three. Right out of the starting gate, he'd bungled the entire operation. Remember this from Persona 3. He should have left Tateno to look after Hitomi and gone after the attaché case himself. What the hell was he doing? Kano felt his self-confidence ebbing away like water. Same, dude. Same. Maybe it's time to move back to the sticks. Maybe Tokyo's too fast-paced. Or a screw-up like me. He had no idea what to do next. And so he just stood there, frozen. Already drafting his letter of resignation in his head. Is this a bad end? Yeah, bad end. Shit. He lost sight of everything. Go back to Kano's 10:30 time stamp. But this is the one I picked. Like what? Oh, now I jump back. Wait, what? Oh, my brain. What's the deal? Did I pick A or B? Can't remember. I think I picked both. So where is the other timeline? Did I just fuck it up? Shit. I raised the timeline. Japan is over. Okay, I've already read through this, so I'm gonna skip it. Autoplay. Fast autoplay. I've already done these. Shit. This is so long. How do I accelerate? God. Ah! So this guy had a gun. Is it really making me do this? There's no like bad ending list. Let's see. This is a list of bad endings. Here you can check for hints. Okay, already done that. Already done that one. Fuck! Time chart. I wonder if it's saved. It probably saved over it as well. Sick. Oh no. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. He's going for 100%. Is there a way to just skip words? I'd like to skip words. Look for settings, I suppose. Just want it to go really fast so I don't have to press anything. Ah, for fuck's sake. I'm turning that shit off. Autosave off. Controls. Okay, scroll, select answer. Open time chart. Confirm, autoplay pause. Just background brightness. On off. Hold for speed up. Okay. Hold for speed up. This one. Faster, faster, faster. Please. There's something wrong with his legs. He was using a cane to walk. He could scarcely believe his eyes. And then a gun. Sorry, a revolver. Suddenly, a young man came. He ran. What is all this? And he disappeared. Then he got hit. As a result, he got brain damage. Then they... Oh wait, this is new. The guy went down but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Achi. What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure, you first. Oh, they already did this. They already fucking did this. Then all the developers looked. I'm getting the bad end again, aren't I? The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Well, crap. And she had a sudden sinking feeling. the hell am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Achi's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who'd been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on? The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Achi actually felt kind of bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. Woo! He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had got out of his sails and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Ah well. Guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day got any worse. It's another fucking... yeah, there it is. Bad dad end. Sure. Reading manga is the bad end. One of the bad ends was you went to prison or some shit. What do I do? I've put myself in a position where I don't know where I'm supposed to be going already. Did you read manga in the bad end? No, it was something to do with his dad. It was very dark. Okay, where do I... yeah, show hints. Key, I was further along in Kano's story, but I'm only... follow or not. But you get shot! Clearly go through a different path, yeah. Whoops. Okay, let's try A again. Got to catch this guy ASAP. The man sprinted and did a big run. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. First, they appeared to be a young couple. Aha! You're right! I was supposed to pick this one again. Then, looking more closely, he realized that the girl was Hitomi. Mr. Kuze, I've located Hitomi Hasawa. The couple took off running, the rough-looking guy dragging Hitomi by the hand. This is gonna end poorly. She's with a man in his 20s. It looks like she's being led away against her will. Clarify, please, Kuze demanded. What's going on? I'm not sure. Was this guy a member of some criminal group? It looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Hitomi. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there! The young man glanced back at Kano, but rather than stopping, he picked up speed, continuing to drag Hitomi along with him. She didn't seem able to keep up. Kano knew he could catch him. He tried to close the distance in a sprint. After a short distance, the young man stopped, realizing he couldn't outrun his pursuer. Shielding Hitomi behind him, he glowered. The fuck does glowered mean? He glowered at Kano. Why'd you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us! A blatant lie. People just didn't bolt like that without good reason. The young tough started edging away, keeping Hitomi behind him. Kano followed. Look, just let the girl go. The guy glanced back at Hitomi. She shook her head fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut. You've got this, Kano. Just don't let him out of your sight. Gah! A sudden blow to the top of his head left him staggering. His eyes spun as he reeled with vertigo. There was a flapping sound, and a vague black shape wheeled above him. Was that a crow? You died. It was the last thing Camo saw before his vision went dark. Dog. Dark. Come on! Come on, please. Let's just get all the fucking bad ends, shall we? Should have looked at the hints. God fucking damn it. Okay, to be continued, Fuck, are you serious? What am I supposed to do? Okay, show hints. The key is what actually does 10:35. Here? Oh. Taking her hand. What's the deal, taking her hand? There's an option I didn't pick, I guess. Do I have to exhaust all the bad ends before I can move on? Okay, the police box, let's go. Still pulling the girl by the hand, Achi headed for the police box outside the train station. But it was empty. There was always policemen staffing these things. Why did it have to be unmanned now? Shibuya Scramble, I didn't get very far in this. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting very confused by it. Achi flashed a worried glance behind him and saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes, this is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. With the frightened girl in tow, Achi ran beneath the JR Yamanote line railway overpass. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. But first, they sped by a convenience store where an employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Achi tossed over the bag of trash. Huh? Wait, what? This way! They slipped through the crowd and into a nearby back alley. But this way's a dead end, the girl said breathlessly. Like I said, just trust me! Stopping abruptly, Achi kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. See, we can get away through here! In you go! I've already done this part, I think, but the girl just stood here looking terrified. What's the matter? Achi asked. Come on, we gotta hurry! But I... Yeah. We've already read this, so we can just skip it, because there's a lot. There's so much to get through. Okay, sweetheart, hear me out. The name's Achi. I live in a neighborhood. I like girls. After a painfully long moment, the coke fell over, and here was the guy. That was a close call. The disabled man couldn't get in the door. Yeah, they put Coca-Cola in this. Hurrying down a narrow alleyway, they emerged into a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Best bet is to try and stay inconspicuous. Guess we can lie low for a bit. Yeah. We know this happened in part 1, which is on YouTube, which you can look at. Or here. Then this happened. A lot of talking happens. Oh no! I'm not gonna do things to you. I'm just helping you. Alright then, we're good. Yeah, we're straight. How about you tell me who you are? Yep. It's a feminist eye. What? Damn it, this is no time to get horny. Too late. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna... Can you not use words that are like 2 syllables? I can only deal with like 1 syllable. Thank you. So, all of this shit happened. Last night, my sister was abducted by a kidnapper. And money was to be exchanged. And then, oh, I don't know, I didn't hear any of that. I lost the thread. Could you say that again, but with like 1 syllable per word? I guess I'm just a stupid fucker. No, it's, yep. Is this a prank? Am I being pranked? How much was the ransom? 7 billion yen. 50 million yen. The detectives told me all stuff happened. That's for sure. It sure did. Stuff did happen. I swear to you. Ah, sorry. I shouldn't have talked about money at all. I'm a fucking idiot. I get that there's a kidnapping. Then cops came. But then, I don't know. No, we can't do that. I can't take this to the police. None of the answers came to him. And then he got up. I really appreciate the help, but I should get the fuck out of here. What do you mean go? Go where? I need to go. Can't go. I don't want to. No. Hey, no. The argument came to an abrupt halt. The guy with the cane and the gun managed to get over the coke stands. Now he's gonna shoot me. Okay, to be continued. What must I do? Right. However, yeah. Read along further in Kim's story. What? Huh? Save. Yeah, I'm gonna save here, obviously, but like, ah. Well, I over it, so. Till you catch up. So I guess I go to this one, right? Tailing the foreigner. Man darted down thing, he ran and then ran again. I read this already. I haven't read this actually, no. Okay. This is a fucking disaster. Alright, the man shot out into a major thoroughfare, then bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy heading? Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious. Kano stopped as well. Oh wow, okay. Height, roughly 190 centimeters. Age, 30s. Hair, dark brown. Clothing, all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer, and he held up the attaché case. That's why I stopped playing this. I was like, this seems like a lot of work to read a book. The thing is, I was hoping it would be more like the Zero Escape games, because it's the same guy, isn't it? It's the same, well, the same guy produced, or this is the same producer as Zero Escape. Well, I guess it's close. I didn't activate that at all. Stop that immediately. The man threw the attaché case down to the roadway below. No! Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. I've been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it! Kano sprinted back toward... I'm gonna call him Kano because it's fucking me up, this. Kano sprinted back towards... down the bridge. It's gonna like keep switching every sentence. Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the bike's engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. Descending the stairs 4 at a time. He leapt towards the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yoyogi. I've heard of that before. Leaving Kano in his dust. Looking back up at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the attaché case running away. He handed the money off to someone else? He's currently on a motorcycle heading towards Yoyogi. His report to Kuze complete. Kano slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminal's hands. Now the crooks were getting away, and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance, where the man who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. Oh shit, to be continued. Maybe if we get both to be continued. You finish reading both characters' stories for the hour. Make your way through all the protagonists' stories in parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Yes! Progress! So I just had to... Oh. Here's the intro. Who are these characters? Banana? Nice. I'm back in, baby. Alright, let's keep going. Now we have 4 characters. What the fuck? This is the end of the tutorial. Oh good. You can reread previous tutorial messages in the main menu. There's a lot of important info in there, so reread it closely. 11 o'clock time block. You have 5 fucking Christ. Whose story will you read first? Obviously Tama. Right, I need a voice for Tama. What's it gonna be like? No. No, not Ugu. It's so hot in this thing. Way, way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in a sauna. Sure, why not? Otaku. Yeah, he's a British otaku. Everywhere else on the street looks nice and cool, but here oh, is he doing like from first person? Okay. Everywhere else on the street looks nice and cool, but here I am, getting treated to my very own personal midsummer heatwave. But I say I love the anime. God bless the Queen. Yes, all that shit. On top of that, I can barely see. I can barely breathe for that matter. But hey, what can I do? Fuck. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Some iced tea would be amazing right now. I'm going to pass out from dehydration at this rate. I may as well admit it. I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume would be so uncomfortable? A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. It's a fucking woman. It's not a guy, it's a woman. I can't do it. I'm not doing it, sorry. I suddenly have so much respect for the people. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, just keep doing the voice, okay? I suddenly have so much respect for the people on these superhero team shows. You compared to it. Yeah. Like, can you imagine doing action scenes in something like this? Heck! All I'm doing is standing here. And I'm this close to calling it quits. But I can't. I need the work. I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I possibly going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink. I don't know what drink. Burning hammer. I thrust a free sample towards passerby while shouting as loud as I can. Come on and give it a try. Oh, it's no use. People just walk by, one after the other. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free, but I haven't managed to give away a single one. If this keeps up, there's no way I'm getting paid. Then this whole miserable experience would have all been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away. No exercising or dieting necessary. I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Just burn, burn, burn! Burn those pounds away! They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy product. It's that simple, folks. Just drink the weight away. I guarantee it. Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. Losing weight just by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. Still, free is free. You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time. You can do this. Think about the money. Just start with one bottle. Brexit fucked me in the ass. Alright, I'm going to give this bottle away to the next person I see, no matter what. I close my eyes and determine my gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum will build from there. Alright, eyes open. There are two people walking in my direction. Wait, two? Oh no, which one do I pick? If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass me by. I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks likely to take it? Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. A or B, folks. A or B. Who are we doing? The businessman or the disheveled fellow? B. Okay. Try to force it off. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. I try to force it off on this disheveled fellow to my right. To my surprise, he takes it. Huh? What's this? He asks, lifting an eyebrow as he looks at the bottle. I flap my fuzzy arms and strike a cute pose as I launch into the product pitch. It's Burning Hammer! The #1 new diet drink. Please, give it a try. No thanks, the man says. I'm good. I keep my hair... I keep my arms held open wide and pretend I didn't hear that. Look, he says. I'm in a hurry. You should give this to someone else. He tries to hand the sample back to me, but I hold my ground. For a few moments, we're at a silent impasse. Maybe he's weirded out by my cat alter ego holding its freeze-frame pose because eventually he looks away, slips the bottle into his pocket, and walks off. I did it. I finally got someone to take one. Take one. There's always so many samples left. My brief surge of My brief surge of excitement dies before I can finally take off. I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now. Oh my god. Okay, there's a sales demo happening today at 1 o'clock at the Nokami building. Looks like the chicken has handed... I can't intervene between two different fucking accents. Looks like the chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come nobody is taking any of mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? I looked at the clock. It's a little after 11. My morning of wandering around, hawking diet drinks is just about over. I'm losing it. I'll need to get ready to head over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but I'd have to carry it. Samples I haven't given out are almost too heavy as it is. Oh well. I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. I sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything. Hey, what gives? You got that many left? Yes, I got it right. The chicken speaks with a female voice. Yeah. I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine. Well, I mean, are you looking for the right targets? Huh? Like groups of girls or bored-looking older ladies. Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know. Wow, I hadn't even considered that. Now that she says it, it seems so obvious. This is a diet drink after all. Of course I'm not going to have any luck trying to foist it off on random guys. Well, whatever. Fuck. Well, whatever. The chicken says, here, give me the samples you got left. I hand over my samples, and the chicken dumps the whole lot into a basket. I'll drink whatever's left, so they don't find out you didn't pass them out, she says. Huh? Wait, like, all of them? Yeah, all of them. The chicken sounds pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, but still, they add up to a lot. I can feel my... I'm going back to normal voice for the narration. I can't just keep going British. Is this a love interest? I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much. That's a huge help. I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble. Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Guy towards the Nokani building. Burning Hammer sales demo is going to be held there this afternoon. The job's supposed to pay 10,000 yen for the day, but if we can sell at least 100 bottles at the demo, they promised another 10,000 on top of that. I need to make sure I sell those 100 bottles. I need that 20,000 yen. I need it ASAP. Wow, that's fucking nothing. We arrive at the Nokani building, a rundown multi-tenant office complex. Also, imagine if you picked the wrong dude. We head into the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo was taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people these free samples will pull in. A stage has been set up in the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping Burning Hammer while explaining its effects to the customers. Hurry up and take that thing off! The chicken flaps her wings as she speaks. It's kinda early, but come on, let's have lunch! I'm starving! Now she mentions it, I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo's not starting for another 2 hours. I can't win a war against my stomach for that long. Chicken and I headed to the waiting room, where they'd set out our lunches for us. I'm getting my back real quick, the chicken asks. She arches her back towards me. Apparently she can't reach her own zipper. Oh sure. Oh sure, just give me a sec. I try to unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my own suit's thick, fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it. What's the hold up? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing! Hurry up and get it off me! I've almost got it. It's just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I get hold of the zipper and yank it downward. Oh no. The girl emerges from the chicken as if the chicken itself were an egg. Woo! I'm alive! Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Oh. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hand fan. Sorry, would you mind getting me too? I asked. Yeah, okay. I turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free from this 5-ton fursuit. The girl murmurs awkwardly. A spike of anxiety hits me. What's wrong? I ask. Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted. What? Yeah, sorry, this thing ain't coming off. What? My vision goes dark. No. I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside. What the crap? Oh well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back, the girl says. I mean, it's not like we can just cut it off for you with scissors or anything. She sounds entirely unconcerned. It's so unfair. I need to get out of this stuffy, sweltering steam bath as soon as possible. And all I can do is clench my fist in impotent rage. But anyway, good work out there today. The girl continues. I'm Shiriko Osugi, by the way. You can just call me Chiri. She smiles as she introduced herself. I mean, I am a pretty cheery gal after all. She breaks into a heavy guffaw. Oh sure, I said. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, for sure. So I guess you're not gonna be able to eat lunch in that get-up, huh? Huh? Oh, that's right. What should I do? Don't sweat it, let's just leave it to me. Huh? I'll eat both lunches myself. The face. Jerry doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch. It would be a shame to let it go to waste, she says. She makes it sound like leftover food is a bigger concern than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A faint, pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. It's just a cheap little pre-packaged box lunch. Right now it looks like a feast. So, sorry, hang on. I need to. Yeah, hang on. So, what's your name? Cherry asks. Her cheeks are still packed with rice. My name? Yeah. Oh, it's As I struggle to think of an answer, my eyes alight on the piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Cherry's chopsticks. The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. I can see the inside from the way it's been sliced. It looks somewhat undercooked. Come on, what's going on? Alright, Tama. It's Tama. Oh, you like a favorite cat? It's so fitting. Cherry chortles and stuffs a piece of tamagoyaki into her mouth, then takes a big swig of iced tea. I am beyond jealous. I wish I could gorge myself on those lunch boxes until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I am getting dehydrated. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm going to pass out before the sales demo even starts. And then fucking autoplay, Jesus Christ. Then I remember something. The zipper down my back might be busted, but I can still take the head off. Right? That way I'd at least be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright. A, B, or C. We got 3 choices, folks. A, B, or C. Rock my head back and forth good and hard. Pull my head off quickly. Or ask the girl. Okay, we got 1 vote for A. Two votes for A. Maybe ask so she stops eating. It's probably C, but I want to see that would be incompetent some more. Alright, A. I decide to grab the head in both hands and yank it upwards with all my might. Oh, come on! No matter how hard I pull, it won't come off. Ow! A dull pain throbs at the back of my head. Did I smack it against something at some point? Jerry flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. Try pulling again, refusing to give up. That ain't gonna work. I think the cat's too body. I stump forward in defeat, face planting on the tabletop. No! You know, most folks were nerve shot when we put it on, you know. Well, I didn't. The boss helped me get into it. It's the thing. Well, I got you around, he says. Oh. Here, get some of this. She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. In a fever of thirst, I jam the plastic straw through the mascot costume's mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. I suck for all I'm worth. I suck, and I suck, and I suck. My body rejoices as the moisture returns to it like rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive. Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Oh, thank you so much. I'm never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling up in my eyes, I clutch Cherry's hand in my fuzzy mitts. Oh, hey. I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know. she replies. An embarrassed grin crosses her face. Fucking do not touch me, you disgusting cat. I'm gonna put out another Twitter thing. I'm enjoying this. I was about to fucking fall asleep before this stream started, and I'm having a nice time. Okay, an embarrassed grin crosses her face. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway? Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that's because I make my own protein juice. Protein juice? Never heard of it. I heard that if you have protein juice for one... Oh, sorry. I did the wrong voice. I heard that if you take protein juice for one of your 3 meals a day, you lose weight. So yeah, I kind of need to keep it. Given Cheery's sort of, well, chubby frame. I don't think the protein has been working for her great. I don't think the protein's been working so great for her. I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now, protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff, though. Cheery casts her eyes at the samples of burning hammer on the table. It's like totally bogus. Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise. Well, yeah. You gotta exercise if you want to burn body fat. She smacks herself on one flabby arm. I mean, there's no way you're gonna lose weight by taking in more calories. Huh. Didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? Keep that thought to myself. I mean, that'd be as ridiculous as all-you-can-eat Kobe beef. She adds. She shakes her head seriously. I'm not sure about using all-you-can-eat anything as an example in a discussion about weight loss. But again, I keep the thought to myself. Well, hey, a job's a job, Cheery says after a moment, perking up again. They tell me to sell this junk, I sell it. Sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Please just give me time. I swear I'll get back to you. What the heck? Cheery says. Is that the boss? I nod. That's definitely Mr. Oh, fucking Christ. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. Sidling up alongside Cheery, I very quietly open the door and take a peek inside. Mr. Yanagishita is down in his hands and knees begging, while two uncouth-looking men glower at him. Just a little more... No, fuck. No, I can't. Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell this stuff, I can pay you back. I see a tiny bottle of burning hammer in his hands. Just a little more. Mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this. Oh wait, he's mimicking. Okay, this is more. Mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this. We've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah, the younger guy sneers. We ain't giving you more time, so quit asking. I really just need a little longer this time. Please, you gotta believe me. I don't know whose voice owns what. From the look of things, Mr. Yanagishita is dealing with some loan sharks. And the two thugs were clearly in no mood for his continued grovelling. Cheery and I exchange a glance. It's probably best if we don't go out there right now. Now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this gig? As I'm pondering that, one of the men grabs Yanagishita by the nape of the neck and drags him to his feet. Come with us, pal. We'll take you somewhere where you can work off your debts. Say what? Mr. Yanagishita wails. The two men drag him away. Huh, guess he's gone then, Jerry says. She's already starting to pack up her things. Wait, what are you doing? I ask. Going home! Not much point sticking round. Going home? I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyhow, it was nice working with you. See ya! Moments later, Cherry's out the door. Now what do I do, I've been left here all by myself. More or less a total loss. Fuck! It's a bad end. Shift's over. What do I do? You probably wouldn't have caught Yanagishita. The right decision happens at 11:15. But who has to make it? Okay, do you want to see what A or B and C is like? Or is there a point? My throat hurts, holy fuck. Okay. The right decision happens at 11:15. Is it with someone else's story or is it with this character? Let's try another. Let's try C this time. C looked like the right choice. I decide to ask Cheery. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my... Ow! I feel a dull throbbing pain at the... Is this just gonna be the same? What are you doing? I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. That ain't gonna work. Yeah. That's the same. They're all the same. There's no point. Okay. Previous time blocks are shown above. Protagonist's actions can affect other protagonists within the same time block as indicated by the red circle on the chart. Decisions made in one time block do not impact storylines in different hours. If you get stuck, make sure to check decisions and jump points for... Alright, so these characters aren't introduced just yet. Let's try the other character, which is... Okay, it's Oswa. That's the girl, isn't it? Whoops. Whoops. Whoa. Yeah. I'm putting that there. I don't know. I turned off autosave because this seems like the kind of game that you can just undo large amounts of progress instantly. Oh, that's also a... Who will we go with? Will we go with Minorikawa or Asawa? Okay, Asawa. Asawa. I want to pick a new character. Wealth, status, honor. None of these mean anything to me. All I want is a peaceful life. To put worry behind me. Stay calm and serene. To be free of worldly concerns. Seems like the only one that'll know what the fuck's going on. Free. At any cost. Copyright strikes. Copyright infringement. Hell yeah. No, no, don't. No, fuck. A cheery rhythm pumps from the CD player set up against the study wall. It was the latest hit from Aya Kamiki, the songwriter sensation who's blowing up in the pop charts, which is apparently a real cameo. I have to keep talking. It's going louder. I have to keep talking. Kenji Osawa reached for the stereo remote on his desktop. He ratcheted the volume up a little louder, just so they could get my videos. Just so they could claim my videos. I know what you're trying to do. He looked like the sort of man who'd be more interested in classical music, but in fact he was a huge fan of the girl rock popular with middle schoolers. Closing his eyes, he swayed back and forth in time with the music, humming his favourite lyrics under his breath. But his movements faltered. It's no use. Aya's voice usually soothed whatever ailed him, but today, even she couldn't help. Today, Asawa was a complete wreck in both body and mind. Virus? What? Mounds of paperwork were scattered across the desktop in his study, all of it about viruses and vaccines. What? No copy. It had only been a week since he'd returned from a business trip to his company's branch office in the US, and he was slated to go back in another week's time. There was a truly staggering amount of work he needed to get through while he was at home. He picked up one of his papers, glanced at it aimlessly, and then tossed it back onto the desk. Slumping back in his chair, he let out a long, deep sigh. He was in no mental state to work right now. YouTube has been demonetizing COVID shit. Better not mention it. I didn't say it. A faint knock at the door barely roused him from his torpor. Director, may I come in? It was his vice director, Mamoru Tanaka. Sure. The door's open. Tanaka came into the... I know it's not a great time, but... Asawa could barely make out his words. He tapped the remote, lowering the volume of the music. Tanaka continued apologetically. Call came from the lab. They're hoping for a response to the email they sent yesterday. I'm sure they don't need it today. Apparently they do need an answer as soon as possible, sir. I did ask them to give you some more time, but... I see. Asawa said wearily. Alright then. No, I don't know what voice to give him. I don't want to give him like a nerdy voice. Tanaka dipped his head slightly and slipped out of the room. Asawa contemplated his colleague. Tanaka was a man he could truly depend on. He had enough of his own work to do. He didn't need to come in here. He didn't need to come here again today, but he did. They'd been working in close concert ever since Asawa had gotten back to Japan. Without Tanaka's support, there was no way he would be in a mindset to do any work at all right now. Sidling up to his computer, I don't know what sidling means, but it's been mentioned like 3 times. Asawa opened his email program and started answering the work-related messages. He reported on his business travel expenses, offered his opinions on capital investments, requested confirmation on business medicinal stockpiles. He worked with bleak detachment. None of this meant anything to him right now. Then a new email appeared in his inbox. The sender was identified simply as A. Subject line read 1 year ago, South Africa. Message body was blank, but there appeared to be multiple images attached. Settling is just kind of creeping up to. Okay. Ordinarily, Osawa would have deleted a message like this immediately, assuming that it contained some kind of virus, but the word South Africa drew his attention. Could this possibly be related to? He couldn't help but to wonder. For a long moment, he hovered the cursor over one of the image files. At last, as if spurred on by the upbeat rhythm in his ears, he double-clicked the mouse. Okay, what is this? The grainy photograph showed a large room with a dozen or so people laid out in beds. It appeared to be some sort of medical ward even. Fuck! Medical ward. He clicked on the folder titled Clinton. Osawa felt a strange flutter in his chest. He quickly opened another image. This one showed a close-up of one of the patients in his bed. Large red blotches covered his face. A large volume of blood appeared to be dripping from his ears and nostrils. A cold shudder ran up Osawa's spine. What the hell? These symptoms. Osawa opened up the remaining image files. Each new picture showed another one of the patients. They all appeared to be teetering on the brink of death. There was no doubt about it. These people were infected with the UA virus. Or UA virus, or UA. The UA-like virus? UA-like? It's a member of the same family as the Ebola. Jesus. That's really fucking topical, guys. Even though you released this in 2012 before the Ebola epidemic and the other thing, the unmentionable. But how? Questions tumbled through Osawa's mind. His fingers tapped out a quick message. He doubted he'd get a response, but he might as well try. The UA virus got his name from a Swahili word for flower. Supposedly, this was based on the fact that the propagated form of the virus resembled the petals of a flower. Despite the flowery name, however, the disease was anything but pretty. UA didn't just mean flower, it also meant to kill. And as the name suggested, the virus had a mortality rate of 100% in those it managed to infect. Really? Straight up 100? Yeah. Moreover, there was a very short incubation period between infection, the onset of symptoms, and death. So it hits the brain and kills you. Within roughly 12 hours, bleeding would set in throughout the body, everywhere but the bones and muscles, with lethal results. I'm gonna need some more water very soon. Due to its incredibly high mortality rate, the disease's very existence had been kept hidden from public knowledge. Osawa's computer chimed to signify the arrival of a new email. The sender was A. He hurried to open the message. Once again, the subject line read, 1 year ago, South Africa. Osawa stared at those two words. My crimes? That left him only with further questions. He looked again at the images from the previous email. What makes any of this my crimes? He could see that the patient's bleeding was severe. He estimated that several hours had passed since the onset of the disease. It wouldn't be long before their lives were cut short. To feel that agony, that suffering, and then to perish. Am I to blame for that? Another faint knock came at the door. Smooth criminal. Darling, do you have a moment? It was his wife. A or B, do we want her to see the email? Yes, come in. Just give me just a second. I need a second to close the email program. A or B? What's it gonna be? Oh, just a second. Okay, B. Stop. B. Give me just a second. Also, hurriedly closed the mail program. Even if this was nothing more than some sick prank, it wasn't anything he wanted his family to see. Especially not I. Alright, come in. But also turned to see that I had already let herself into the study. The sharp sting of her perfume made him scrunch up his face for a moment. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing? She asked in her weird Britishy accent. Again. This again. Oswald thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said. Can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this isn't a decision to just make on your own. On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm had attempted to headhunt him, asking him to join him and be among the top researchers in the world. It really is just Kojima. No, honey, I was just hacking off, you know? Hacking off to cool virus pictures. The money and prestige held no interest for him, and he was reluctant to turn his back on Akoshi Pharmaceutical after his many years of service. Is this a real place as well? No, probably not. It's big. Okay. Nonetheless, he was intrigued by the offer. It would mean the chance to conduct his virus research in a much better funded environment. Taking the job would necessitate relocating to the US, however. When he'd mentioned the possibility of emigrating to she'd shut the idea down on the spot. Her opposition was understandable. Ai's father, Suguru Makino, was a member of Akoshi Pharmaceuticals' board of directors. No way he was going to let Osawa jump ship to another company. Darling, please! I drew closer to him. Think about it. Oh, wait. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? He'd gotten so used to it, that grating whine. That grating whine of hers. I was right on the money. God damn it. Have you considered what might happen to Okoshi if you leave, dear? We can discuss this. We can discuss that all once it's done and finished. Shut the fuck up. Osawa kept his voice as level as he could. You do remember that you're a director, right? I said. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. With a sour look, I turned and departed. Tired of wife. Well, this is a different tone. Well, he had known that moving to America would never be as simple a matter, regardless of what his wife thought about it. There was another reason, however. The antiviral agent that he had developed at Okoshi. Therapeutic drug, viral infections. That's what an antiviral agent is. After the UA virus was discovered, infectious disease research facilities worldwide had thrown themselves into a top-secret effort to develop a vaccine. But Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent, not a vaccine. A vaccine immunized the subject in order to prevent infection in the first place. Conversely, an antiviral agent could be used to treat patients already infected. It was a so-called wonder drug for combating the virus itself. Creating such a drug was far easier said than done. Developing the antiviral had been a long, arduous road. Bad end. You didn't show your wife the emails. Only after years of research had Osawa's team succeeded in identifying a substance that might qualify as an antiviral agent for UA. In theory, if it was administered during the virus's initial stages, 100% recovery could have been obtained. Data also suggested an 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. But there was a fatal flaw with the new antiviral agent. The side effects on the body were unusually potent. If it was administered in amounts beyond a certain threshold, it was linked to life-threatening complications. For a time, the research was at an impasse. It had seemed that the drug had to be administered in high volume to combat the explosive propagation of the UA virus. But then Osawa had received some fortuitous news. Okoshi Pharmaceuticals' nanotechnology branch had engineered a cutting-edge device known as the DDS. What the fuck is the DDS? Drug Delivery System. Administers ultra-microscopic drug capsules to a targeted area of the body. Osawa jumped on it immediately. By administering his antiviral agent with the nanotech DDS, he was able to use smaller amounts of the drug to quash the UA virus with precision. The procedure was a huge success. There was a marked increase in the drug's efficiency, along with the expected decrease in adverse side effects. The effects had been confirmed via animal testing on monkeys, and now the antiviral was ready for the final development stages, clinical trials in humans. That's kind of what's happening now. They tested a vaccine on monkeys, on a monkey, but they don't know if it's really working. But the very existence of this new wonder drug was still a secret. Like, it was able to suppress the unspeakable. No doubt Okoshi's leadership would be reluctant to see Osawa, the drug's lead researcher, transfer to another company. Still, it wasn't completely outside the realm of possibility. Once the antiviral was out of development and announced to the public, Osawa would be free and clear. For that very reason, he was loath to cause any friction over the drug right now. Okay. This anxiety only magnified his concern about the email he just received. Osawa called up Tanaka over the intercom. There's something I want to show you. Could you come in here? He needed a second opinion, and Tanaka could be relied upon. Osawa opened the door the moment Tanaka knocked. He looked around before ushering his vice director inside. What's this about, sir? this. Osawa showed him one of the images. Right, I need to get some water, so I'll be right back. Okay. Osawa, fuck. Osawa showed him one of the images. Naka's face went pale. It can't be. Tanaka clearly recognized the symptoms of the UA virus. Any idea what this is about? Osawa asked. Fuck's sake. No, sir. These images were just emailed to me. The subject line says, 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infections, wouldn't it, sir? That information isn't... Tanaka trailed off. Osawa nodded. The thing I don't understand is why these pictures were sent to me. Osawa opened the other email from A. The second message I got says that these pictures are my crimes. I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated, uncomfortably. Sir, just to make sure, are you asking me... Are you asking about what I think you're asking about? Osawa said. Tanaka gave a slight nod. Understood. Osawa said. Don't worry. I won't trouble you. I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. Osawa brought up a folder marked UA virus on his screen. Within the folder were enlarged images of the virus itself. He double-clicked it. Fucking hell. He double-clicked one of the images. It blew up on the monitor to reveal the pathogen in intricate detail. A specimen of the UA virus was approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. 10,000 of them in line would take up barely a millimeter. A single tiny virion, upon entering the human body, could become 2,000 in an hour. That speed of multiplication was nothing short of astonishing. Even the Ebola virus had a typical incubation period of 7 days or so before infectees developed symptoms. For influenza, it was 1 or 2. The onset of the UA virus happened in a mere 12 hours. Osawa viewed an image slideshow of the virus's propagation mechanisms. It was a fascinating sight, no matter how many times he looked at it. Viruses existed to multiply, nothing more. They had no motives, no driving logic. Nothing but simple multiplication. To Osawa, that fact held a certain air of mystery. If viruses had emotions, how would they feel about their lives? He had thrown himself into virus research in search of answers to questions like that. Answers that no man could truly know. His development of the antiviral agent had really been nothing more than another job responsibility. He felt no particular sense of duty to protect people from a killer virus. Fuck! He was just happy for the chance to play around with UA day after day. Another email arrived in his inbox. The sender, A. The subject line, 1 year ago, South Africa. Again. Osawa read the message. This time there were 4 images attached. Osawa proceeded to open each one of them in turn. The first shocked Osawa so much that he felt like he had been punched in the head. One of the UA patients from the earlier images was being injected with something. No, Osawa muttered to himself. It can't be. The second image showed one of the infected, hunched over in pain, vomiting up blood. The symptoms had already manifested, but Osawa thought he could see that some degree of life had come back into the patient's eyes. He rushed to open the third image. It showed a morgue, piled high with corpses. The rictus of anguish on the dead faces made them look no longer human. Various fluids seeped from the eyes and nostrils. The lymph nodes were grotesquely swollen. There were hospital beds, stained with massive amounts of blood and gastric fluids. Next came the fourth and final image. More corpses. They had badges affixed to their chests, with various labels: 6 hours past, 12 hours past, and 18 hours past. It looked as if someone had been attempting live trials with the antiviral agent. Osawa didn't consider the antiviral agent ready for release, but that was because his team hadn't conducted clinical trials on humans yet. There was a good reason why such trials hadn't been conducted. There was no way to test the efficacy of the drug without an infected patient. To run a proper clinical test, someone would first need to be infected with the UA virus. No matter how effective animal testing had been, if the drug proved ineffective on humans, that person would have a guaranteed death sentence. It was unthinkable to run trials that involved such a deadly risk. And yet, as he looked over the images again and again, Osawa became certain. Without his knowledge, someone, presumably someone from Okoshi Pharmaceutical, had conducted human testing with the antiviral agent. The time markers on the corpses in the fourth image were surely there to mark the time elapsed since the onset of symptoms. A thorough trial would test the drug's effectiveness in those time frames. Osawa slammed his fists on the desk, enraged. This was nothing short of vile human experimentation in the guise of clinical testing. People responsible could not be allowed to get away with this. There was only one person Osawa could trust to keep this under wraps: his boss, Makino. He reached for his phone to call Makino, but he stopped short as soon as he picked up the receiver. He knew he was in no state of mind to have a calm, reasoned conversation right now. Turning to the CD player, he put on Aya Kamiki's latest album. Copyright strike. Leaning back in his chair, he surrendered soothing tones. Bit by bit, he could feel himself returning a calmer, emotional state. There had been a time where Osawa hadn't listened to music at all. In fact, he had no interest in the arts in general: music, paintings, cinema. It was only due to a simple coincidence that he had found Aya Kamiki. His daughter had asked for a CD as a birthday present, so he'd swung by the store to pick one up. Since Kamiki's new album had just come out, there was a display for it in the front of the shop. Something about the bright, colourful album packaging had drawn him in. After a time, Osawa could feel himself growing calmer. He took a nice deep breath. Then A, B, A, B, A, B. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? A, B. What's it gonna be? Tell me. Please tell me. I can't keep going like this. A or B. 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 A. Okay. He took a nice deep breath and then he dialed up Makino. Was there been any progress? Makino asked, as soon as he picked up. His voice was somber. No, Asuwa said. Nothing much yet. A tiny sigh came in from the other end of the line. I see. What can I do for you? Sir, I'll just get right to the point. Have you conducted clinical trials using the antiviral drug? Makino didn't respond right away. What makes you think that? He asked, at last. Asuwa described the emails he received. When he'd finished, Makino let out his breath in surprise. Not over the phone, he said. We'll discuss this in person. I'll head over to your place when I'm done here. As soon as possible, sir. As soon as I can manage, Makino said. You're not the only person who's busy. With that, Makino hung up. There was no doubt about it then. There had been human testing. Asuwa went to let Tanaka know he'd be meeting with Makino. A stolid-looking man stood in the hallway, almost as if he'd been waiting for Asuwa to emerge. He looks like he's CGI, but he's a real person. Pardon me, Mr. Osawa. Could you come with me for a moment? The detectives assembled in the living room all wore grave expressions. The room was brimming with tension, and Asuwa felt it ramp up even further as he entered. What is it? He asked. Has something happened? The man who had come to find him turned to speak, hesitating at first. Yes. It turns out that your other daughter, Hitomi, has been abducted by an unknown party. Abducted? Hello, baby in the back brace. I got it. My reading skills are rigged. Asuwa's mind whirled. What are you talking about? Maria's the one that's been abducted. No, sir, you don't understand. I'm saying that Hitomi has also been abducted, in addition to Maria. It's okay, my name's Curry. Baby in a back brace. Got it. Okay. Don't be ridiculous. The night before, his daughter Maria gets kidnapped, and this morning his other daughter Hitomi gets carried off. When she goes to deliver the ransom, he never heard anything more outrageous in his life. We're sorry, sir. A detective was with her, but the police went on to explain that Hitomi had somehow managed to end up all by herself. And while she was alone, several individuals had forced her into the car and driven off. Asuwa could barely comprehend what they were saying. His mind was in a fog. The detective's words seemed to grow quieter and quieter. Asuwa's strength drained from his body. His ability to process external stimuli began to drift far, far away. It's not possible. It can't be. Could no one keep them safe? Not me. Not anyone. My girls, they told me. Maria! This is not true. This is all just a bad dream. It's some kind of sick joke. It's not true. It's not. It's all just a bad dream. It's a lie. It's a twisted joke. Someone made it up. Stop saying this. I don't want to hear it. Tell me it's all a lie. Tell me it's true. Tell me now, please. Tell me it's a nightmare. Slowly, the ceiling began to spin. Then Osua's vision went awash with white. The worst case scenario. Complete mental breakdown when he learned that not just one but both of his daughters were kidnapped. But surely there has to be someone who can keep Hitomi safe. She's been on the run with Achi, but just what are they up to? The key to changing her fate and her father's lies with Achi's decision at 11:05. And we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. So, next week, in fact, we're going to be doing Achi's story and we're going to fix this bad end. I gotta say, I'm really into this. I did not think it would go in this direction. So, hell yeah. I'm into it. I'm into the stupid shit. I'm into the serious shit. It's just how I like stories in these games. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. I haven't decided when I'm going to stream next, but I will have a timetable up. Fucking timetable. Sounds like it can work. A schedule even. There appears to be no one online to host, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat some food and probably fall asleep. Thanks for waking me up, and stay safe, and baby in a back brace. I will try and, well, I don't know what I can do to fix that, but all the streams are archived, every single one, from like 2013. There are streams. So yeah, thank you and good night.